Welcome to A News Zimbabwe. Who knew that one day we'll be talking about Afriforum? Afriforum. We have no business talking about these people, but because of Jacinta, we have no choice but to talk about them today. It was started yesterday when Jacinta posted a post claiming that Zimbabweans are now worried that she's now working with white people, the Afriforum. To those of you who don't know, the Afriforum is a group in South Africa, it's a group of white people in South Africa that stands with white people, defending white people's rights or anything white. When we were doing our research, they are also building a school, an Afrikaans school, strictly Afrikaans. If you can't speak Afrikaans, you are not allowed. Here's the perfect example of this Afriforum school. It's like Jacinta and Match and Match. You know, Jacinta, she's Zulu. She and Match and Match, they build a school. And then she said, this school is strictly Zulu. You either speak Zulu or don't come. That is exactly Afriforum is all about. They're all about white people, Africans to be specific. Imagine you live close to a Shona school, but you're not allowed to go there because you don't speak the language. You have to travel far. So I'm just giving you a little bit of a background on these people, what kind of people they are and all that. So these are the people that Jacinta is now working with. So when Jacinta yesterday posted that Zimbabweans are now crying because she's working with Afriforum, we were like, what are these people all about? Why should Zimbabweans be crying? We thought maybe these people will be out in the streets holding sticks, ready to beat Zimbabweans, but we've discovered that they're completely not interested in Jacinta's and Match and Match shenanigans. Or should we say the way of doing things? It looks like they want to follow the law. They want the police to do their job. They want the government to do their job, which is something that the Match and Jacinta don't do. Match and Jacinta, they take the law into their own hands, fighting and beating, sometimes killing foreigners. From the look of things, it looks like the Afriforum is much interested in the law, following the law, or pushing the law, rather than taking the law into their own hands, like what the Match and Match leaders sometimes do. Now let's see this response from Afriforum, responding to South Africans who were asking them to take action against illegal immigrants and crime and all other things. Responding to Match and Match supporters who were asking them how are they going to deal with illegal immigrants and crime in South Africa, Afriforum said, crime, drug trafficking and human trafficking in places like Hebrew are serious problems that need proper policing and border control. Afriforum is a civil rights organization, not a police force. Clearing criminal networks is the job of the state. The fact that the state is failing at it is exactly why organized civic groups keep pushing for accountability and better enforcement. And that is Afriforum. Jacinta is kind of bragging about, making it clear that they are not the police force. They are not the government. They cannot do anything about the things that like illegal immigrants and crime. However, they are saying that they will push the government to do its job instead of taking the law into their own Afriforum hands. Unlike what anti-illegal immigrants Match and Match does, which causes people to call them xenophobic. From the look of things, it looks like they're making it clear that they're not interested in going to the streets or sponsoring the streets to attack foreigners and attack foreign businesses, like what the anti-illegal immigrants, Jacinta, Match and all of them do, going to foreign business, attacking them and all those things. Some are being beaten up, attacked, removed from their homes. It looks like Afriforum are not interested in any of that. So when she said Zimbabweans are going to cry, our immediate thought was we are going to see the Afriforum, the white people, the Africans in the streets, holding sticks against Zimbabweans, going to Zimbabwean places, Zimbabwean people's homes, foreigners' homes. So from the look of things, they want to follow the law. The Afriforum, they are much interested in following the law, which is something the match and match don't do most of the time. Removing foreigners, beating foreigners, and all those things. That's why they got the famous name xenophobic. South Africans are known for being xenophobics because they attack, they beat, they go as far as kill foreigners just for being in South Africa. That's why their group is referred mostly as xenophobia, because they attack people. They don't wait for the law to do the job. Well, according to Jacinta and the Match and Match, they are saying the law is failing, the police officers are failing to do their job. That's why they're taking things into their own hands. But we just want to talk about the Afriforum. It looks like they're not interested in that, aka the Jacinta's shenanigans. But from the look of things, these two are going to be working together, but in a very lawful way, things that involve the law, not break the law. What made us talk about these people, the Afriforum? We have no business talking about for Afriforum on this platform. But the reason why we said to talk about it is because Jacinta mentioned Zimbabwe and Afriforum and all those things. We were like, wait a minute. She is posting a fake comment pretending it was written by a Zimbabwean just to send a certain narrative that Zimbabweans are now scared because she's working with Afriforum. But when we did our little investigation about Afriforum, we discovered that this group, Afriforum, they are not interested in taking the law into their own hands. They are interested in pushing the government to do its job. In that moment, we have shown you, they are making it clear that they are not the police officers. They are not the government. They are not responsible for the illegal immigrants. That is the government's job. But they are saying they are ready to push the government to do their job, to monitor the crime, the illegal immigrants and all that, but not physically on the ground like the Match and Match. And we have also discovered that the Match and Match and Afriforum, it looks like they do not have so much in common. If you look at Afriforum, they are very pro-white people. They are much interested in white people, especially the Afrikaans. Then in other hand, we have Jacinta. Looks like she's kind of pro-black South Africans. Anyway, the truth is, it's none of our business whether they have so much in common or they don't have anything in common. It's definitely none of business. We just wanted to speak on the issue Jacinta brought up, issue acting like Zimbabweans are terrified of Afriforum, terrified of white people. She posted that now that she's working with white people, Zimbabweans are crying. Anyway, good people, here I've just saw from this Afriforum people, they're saying they're not the police officers, they're not the government, so they cannot deal with the illegal immigrants. They said this when the Match and Match supporters were asking them, how are you going to deal with the illegal immigrants and all that? So they said, no, we are not police officers. That is the government job. However, we are going to push the government to do its job. Something that Jacinta and her people, Match and Match people, don't necessarily do. They normally go to foreigners' homes, attack them in their homes, attack them on their businesses, remove them from their business, forcibly remove them from their businesses. So, good people, we do not know what you think about this situation. This has been A News Zimbabwe. Till next time, goodbye.